Musab ibn Umayr.
Mus'ab ibn Umayr, the first teacher of Islam. Mus'ab ibn Umayr was born into a noble and wealthy family in the Quraysh tribe. Mus'ab bin Umayr was born into a noble and wealthy family in the Quraysh tribe. He was raised in luxury, known for his elegance, intelligence, and handsome appearance. As the son of one of the most prominent families in Mecca, he enjoyed great prestige. Mus'ab was one of the young men of Mecca who lived in comfort. His encounter with Islam and early struggles. These inner reflections led him to meet Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. One day, he attended a gathering at the house of Arqam bin Abi al-Arqam, where he listened to the Prophet's teachings and immediately accepted Islam. At that moment, his life changed forever. His acceptance of Islam came at a great cost. He faced immense pressure from his family, especially his mother, who imprisoned and starved him in an attempt to make him renounce his faith. He was forced to leave behind his wealth, fine clothing, and luxurious lifestyle. Yet, despite all hardships, Musab remained steadfast in his faith, enduring all forms of persecution. Even in the face of his mother's cruelty, he held firm to his belief, declaring, "There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger." When the Prophet, peace be upon him, sought someone to spread Islam in Medina, he chose Musab for this critical mission. The people of Medina had begun showing interest in Islam, and they needed someone to teach them. Musab traveled to Medina and became Islam's first ambassador there. Upon arrival, he stayed at the house of As'ad bin Zurara, where he began teaching people about Islam, reciting the Quran, and leading prayers. His gentle approach, wisdom, and exemplary character led to the rapid spread of Islam in Medina. People started embracing the faith in large numbers. Even the leaders of powerful tribes softened and accepted Islam after listening to him. One day, one of Medina's leaders, Mus'ab bin Umayr, was angered by Musab's preaching. He approached Musab and his companions with a spear in hand and threatened them, saying, "You are misleading our people. Leave immediately, or you will face consequences." Musab remained calm and said, "Sit and listen to what we have to say. If you dislike it, we will leave." Musab was impressed by his composed demeanor and agreed to listen. Musab recited the Quran and explained Islam. Musab's heart was touched, and tears filled his eyes as he declared, "What a beautiful faith." He immediately accepted Islam. He then invited his tribe's chief, Sa'd bin Mu'adh, to meet Musab, and soon, one of the largest tribes in Medina embraced Islam. Thanks to Musab's dedication, Islam became deeply rooted in Medina. Under his leadership, the first Friday prayer was held in Medina. His efforts laid the foundation for the Prophet's, peace be upon him, migration, making him one of the key figures in the spread of Islam. Mus'ab ibn Umayr participated in the Battle of Badr as a flag-bearer. He played the same role at the Battle of Uhud, demonstrating immense bravery in protecting the Prophet, peace be upon him. During the battle, a Quraysh warrior named Ibn Qami'ah charged toward the Prophet, PBUH, with the intent to kill him. Musab stepped forward to block his path and fought valiantly. Ibn Qami'ah struck him with his sword, severing his right arm. Musab immediately grasped the flag with his left hand. When his left arm was also cut off, he pressed the flag against his chest, proclaiming, "Muhammad is only a messenger. Many messengers have passed before him." Quran 3:144. Finally, Ibn Qami'ah thrust his spear into Musab's body, killing him. Mistaking Musab for the Prophet, peace be upon him, due to his armor, the enemy warriors shouted, "We have killed Muhammad." But they soon realized their mistake. When the news of Musab's martyrdom reached the Prophet, peace be upon him, tears welled up in his eyes. Standing beside Musab's lifeless body, he recited the verse, "Among the believers are men who have been true to their covenant with Allah. Some of them have fulfilled their vow, by martyrdom, and some are still waiting." Quran 33:23. When Mus'ab ibn Umayr was martyred, despite being born into wealth, he did not even have enough cloth to fully cover his body for burial. A piece of fabric covered his head, while his feet were wrapped with grass. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and his companions buried him with heavy hearts and tears in their eyes. The Prophet, peace be upon him, stood by Musab's grave and said to his companions, "Visit them and send peace upon them, for I swear by Allah, they will return your greetings on the day of judgment." The life of Mus'ab ibn Umayr is a powerful example of dedication to the cause of Islam. He was a young man raised in luxury, yet he sacrificed everything for his faith. With patience and perseverance, he spread Islam and ultimately attained martyrdom. He was the first teacher of Islam in Medina, the one about whom the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "There was no one in Mecca more elegant, more refined, or more handsome than Musab." Yet, in the end, he was remembered not for his wealth but for his wisdom and sacrifice. Today, Musab ibn Umair's story continues to inspire, reminding us of the meaning of true devotion to Islam, the power of patience, and the strength that faith instills in the heart. May Allah be pleased with him and grant us the sincerity and dedication he exemplified. Ameen.